Yes, so welcome to another episode. Aldo is going to talk you through it, but you join us at the very picturesque Kersal Moor. 3 miles north of Manchester, very green, squirrels everywhere, doing things that squirrels do. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and he'll talk you through everything about it, really. Enjoy.
The Ghosts of Kersal Moor. Just over 2 miles from the church of St Anne's in St Anne's Square, Manchester, lies Kersal Moor, close to the Roman road that leads from Mamucium, Manchester, to Bremet Tenacum, Ribchester, some 46 miles north. The road established around AD 79 in the time of Vespasian, who ruled the Roman Empire at that time. The moor is now somewhat diminished from its former glory days. It's now a nature reserve. In its time, it had seen Stone Age hunter-gatherers, Romans, become a clarion call for large gatherings of Luddites, miners, Chartists, especially in the 1830s, a meeting place for working men to air their grievances pursuing social justice. The memory of Peterloo was still in evidence at the time. A meeting with masses carrying banners and flags harking back to the massacre in August 1819, of which the Fildes family were present, including a young William Fildes losing his life under the hoofs of the cavalry. The moor was also used by the military to muster their forces to tackle such disturbances. In addition to all this activity, it was Manchester racecourse for 160 years, from 1687 to 1847. In fact, the course is still partly in evidence today, not forgetting one of the very first golf courses in the world, be it a 5-hole golf course. Ah, where are the ghosts, I hear you say? Well, I'm about to tell you. I resided in Kersal Cell from 1950 to 1955, when it was a gentleman's club owned by Mr. Tom Mellor, the future mayor of Salford. The cell was known as a history going back to the 12th century, with an interesting and diverse owners and visitors, including Bonnie Prince Charlie and maybe Oliver Cromwell. I think the jury's still out on that one, but he's mentioned as being in the area. Tales of secret passages, hidden spaces, priest holes abound. My father, Arthur Fildes, discovered a walled up fireplace, amongst other things. Kersal Cell for me was a happy place, and ghosts were very much part of it. One event struck me through my life is a photograph of a choir singing carols, no doubt including Christians Awake, at a Christmas Eve outside the cell. The picture was processed in the negative, displaying clearly behind the choir a tall, elegant man stood as a spectator. Many believe it to have been John Byrom himself, myself included. My bedroom was John Byrom's study, where the floorboards used to creak for no apparent reason. When JB was around, I would tell my mum, Emily, "It's all right, Mum, he's a friend." From a very young age, my fear of ghosts was non-existent. This would help me in my days in Egypt exploring pyramids and tombs. If you were friendly and respectful, you would be fine. Moving forward in time to the 1970s, my house borders Kersal Moor, near the Roman camp on Rainser Hill. A camp that protected the ford on the River Irwell, not far from Kersal Cell. One spring evening in the mid-1970s, in bed I couldn't settle for whatever reason. My spiritual side just wouldn't give me peace. I got up and went downstairs to make myself a cup of tea. Entering the living room, before I put the light on, in the east corner of the room, I could clearly see Roman legionaries marching, helmets, spears and armour and long shields. The room was freezing cold. They were marching on a long lost road that was the entrance to Rainser Hill camp. Their legs were partly out of view. The reason, the road in ancient times was below the floor, or my floor. I stood and watched in awe and amazement at my good fortune. They were totally unaware of my presence. Of course, I thought, they're in another dimension, another time zone. When I began to assess what had happened in weeks following, I realised there are many clues to Roman activity in our area, including Roman Road. And of course a camp has been obliterated by a housing estate on Rainser decades ago.
Squirrels doing
Although
squirrel
archaeologist excavations took place in 1983, some back gardens had Roman pottery where that was discovered. Many avenues, buildings, areas are named after Myrtle Bank, a plant sacred to the goddess Venus, the goddess of love, fertility and victory, an honour ingrained in Roman culture, a favourite in Roman gardens. And local names can sometimes be useful, a useful tool in fact, in piecing together the history of the area you are visiting. There is also a hanging took place, only one hanging I can report, took place in 1787 when an Irishman was hanged as a thief on Sandy Hill. There is so much history here if you just take the time to come and look. And myself, my own garden has ancient parts in it as well. It's a very interesting area. Come and have a look and see what you think. Ciao.